essentially, you can see that. Josh, pull up.
Where's his corn planter? Morning. So today, gonna be a big day. We hope, but the day is young. So first thing this morning, Dad's heading over home. He's gonna plant our 300 bushel field, the field that we're really pouring the coals to. Try to get that in the ground first thing this morning. I'm probably gonna help him get started with that. I wanna ride around with him a little bit in that field. And then I'm gonna head over and start planting beans. I got about 250 acres I wanna get planted today. More if we can, we'll see where we're at. And BJ's trying to finish stripping. The Jennifer's guys are over there. They were installing some parts they wanted to test out before we got done. So hopefully he can get done today or tomorrow. Now, before Dad heads up there, he is gonna stop at one field. We're basically planting, each time he changes varieties, we're throwing a strip into that field. With this high-speed planter, he's able to plant several varieties in a day, so it's kind of getting a little test for ourselves. So he's going to stop at that field on the way to the 300 bushel field. Corn's behind the 8400. Yeah, it's a little overkill for a bush hog, but that's what we got for now. We actually got a pretty cool surprise coming in about a month and a half. It's going to pull that bush hog. Anybody want to guess what it is? So this number we're putting in is the DeKalb 6357. So I believe it means it's 113 day. See what it'll do. So if you're new to the channel, this field has a lot of fertilizer on it. This is ground that we... So while Dad's filling up, I'm gonna switch my conveyor around. I actually emptied the hybrid we were using yesterday. So we need to switch seed bins. So I gotta grab the little Sassy Massey to pull that conveyor out of there. Hi, Hans. You kind of stink, you know that? Oh! So that Yetter's menu, that's how he controls how high his row cleaners are up and down. It will do that all through one screen, so that's pretty nice. Looks like he's staying right on the strips. So this is what we did with the rock saw, made the guidance lines for Dad and BJ. So he's not steering, all steering through the ag leader. One thing kind of impressive, this is the first time I've really rode in the planter yet, and going right around these curves, it is staying glued to those strips, so pretty impressive there. Usually on a curve you'll be lagging behind a little bit, or it won't be quite on, but it's steering well.
It compensates for it.
Steering pretty well. I think Dad's liking this whole not having to steer thing. See, well, I mean, one thing about it, I mean, it is convenient, but you are also able to pay better attention to what you got going on out here. This is a pretty sharp curve. I'll be pretty surprised if it stays on there this time.
It'll stay right there.
But it is staying on there pretty good. Pretty good. Look at Dad, even using the camera mount I got up there for him.
Well, I just put it up there when they were acting on it.
Dad wants to get out and just double check everything on depth right before we get into the heart of the field. So the middle of the field is what we're really going to try to, shoot for the yield. On the ends, we've got our population back down to a normal rate. In the center, we're going to go up to 36,000 per acre. So this is ground that we would normally not expect to get a super high yield out of, and that's why we're kind of playing with it, seeing what we can do.
Okay, here we are planting this morning. Doing the inroads here on this field. I'm behind my house there beside the shop. Really impressed with the steering on this. Brian marked the boundary with the rock saw first outside. I haven't put the markers down once. I'm really impressed with the way it steers. It compensates for you go around a curve, it'll hold the tractor a little farther. I'm really impressed with it. Now it's compensating for my curve back here, so get straightened out here, we'll lock it on. Looks like something flying around there. I think Brian's got his drone out.
So I had some pretty awesome drone footage of Dad's corn planter planting the 300 bushel field, but for some reason the file's corrupted and we don't have anything.
Okay, we hit the cruise on this. This is like 8 miles an hour here. We'll get it up to about 10 here before we get the straight roads. Singulation's real good on different variety, different size, a little bigger kernels. 99.5, 4. Doing a lot better, hardly any skips. Doubles. That other variety we had in there was smaller, and it was, didn't like it, seemed like. It was still like 98. Or what we've been used to, the John Deere planter was just the old E-sets. Now we gotta go over to the other side of the field to start. Run over my ends, which I don't like to do, but don't have much choice.
I think we're running enough talc. Quit eating the corn! Like, breakfast was served yesterday. All right, Karen, come out here. Let's get our food. Move it along, Bambi. So this field was strip tilled with this tractor last year with RTK, hoping my guidance lines, like my end rows, they should be in here. Now, whenever I mapped everything with the rock sort, that worked for everything with an ag leader system. The end row lines did not transfer to the AGCO system, unfortunately. All right, system's primed. Got our field entered in. I think we're ready to go.
Well, I got this field finished, so had got a problem. One of the mustache, it called, is for the gauge wheels. Gauge wheel goes up against it. It's come off, come loose. We're supposed to put Loctite. We put new ones on. We did put Loctite. That's the second one's come loose. I don't know. I'm about to check them all, see what I can figure out. Get ready to fold the planter up here. It's folded up.
Well, we got our field opened up. Since this was done on RTK when BJ strip tilled it last year with this tractor, the lines are pretty accurate. So I just shifted over 3.5 inches and we are straddling the corn rows. So this is complete no-till. So we did not till this in any way, shape, or form this year. And instead of going across the rows, which is what I've done before, I'm just interseeding in between the corn rows. I'd much rather do that than go across the rows if I have a correction signal, which is RTK, that's strong enough to do that. So far, it's working well. For some reason, I keep losing GPS signal though. So when I've got it, it's good. It just keeps kicking out, and I don't know why. I was doing that last night.
Well, I got a planter fixed. One of them bolts worked out, the mustache, as we call it, regulation depth. Gauge wheels. Had to take an old one, take the bolt out of it, because when they come loose, it messes into the threads up. So I got one of the old ones, took a bolt out, put it in there. Tried to check them all, found a couple others loose. So I guess we're going to have to take them loose sometime and put some Loctite on them. Maybe I'll tighten them up good, maybe they won't work loose. We'll find out, keep an eye on them. Gonna move up the other farm now, plant this out, and get started again.
Looks like we're running out of seed. Losing population on rows one by one, but Big Mama is here just in time. She was going to give me a ride to the seed tender. I asked Kayla to film me when she gets down here, so there's some out of the tractor footage. Figures I'd run out of seed. There's a sleeping baby. Well, maybe not. This doesn't have a hole in it like the last food bowl you gave me, does it?
You're the only one with a hole in it.
What?
Hey, you look real cute with your pink DJ Maxx.
That's right. It could be pink, purple. It's got food in it. I don't care. I'm gonna back our talc down just a little bit. This is how you adjust how much talc you're putting out with your automatic talcer. If you can look at our units, we are clearly getting plenty. Nailed it! Hopefully this side's empty. Otherwise we got some issues because this side of the planter quit planting. Yep, we're empty. So I got out, filled the planter up, I got back in, nothing works now. I have no idea what's going on. Some days you have days like, sometimes you have days like this. A little flustered at the moment. My planter is not working the greatest. I've got 2 rows that aren't planting. I lost all satellite on my RTK. That's a different system entirely. And I don't have hydraulic downforce on my wings anymore. So I have no idea what happened. I literally left the tractor running, in fact. So I didn't have to boot all that stuff back up. Nothing works now. Worked fine when I parked it. Maybe sat there 30 minutes. Nothing works now. Silly me. Thinking that nothing would break. We'd plant all day and have a good planting day. Silly me. So I don't have seat to my meter, so that means there's something wrong with the supply. So we're gonna pull these doors and see if there's anything in there. I just found something in one of these. I think it was just a piece of rotten bean. That might have been our issue. I had cleaned these out, but I had not taken the tubes off, and I guess I should have done that earlier. Okay, so I think we're back to normal. What a cluster. That fill up took an hour and a half. I'm planting right around just under 30 acres an hour, so that just cost us 45 acres on the day, and I'm less than happy about it. But we're moving now, so that's a good thing. I spoke too soon.
Okay, we got started this other field, Brian's field up here on his farm. 26 acres, 27 acres here. Leaving everything working, I think. Drying out on top, nice and dusty. Got some big rocks to get out here. I don't know if you can see them, but they're pretty good size. Or some concrete's where it is, so I'm gonna stop, get them out of the way. Well, I got them rocks picked up everywhere, concrete. Found a horseshoe. Thought we'd have some good luck. Well, halfway around the field, sprung an oil leak. I blew a gas, an O-ring in the valve block here on the planter. Looks like. So, back to the shop, I guess. Thought maybe I was gonna get to plant something, eat my lunch here, but guess that ain't gonna happen. Go see what I can figure out, see if we got an O-ring.
So I don't know where we left off, but I've been out of the tractor more than I've been in it in the past hour. But I did make a call to the man, Scotty, thank you Scott, the service guy from well, it was Evolution, Bane Walker now. Anyways, he gave me some things to try. Right now the planter's planting good, but he said I might be running too much RPM my bulk fan, so might slow that down. I did cut the graphite talc a little bit whenever I loaded it, and he said that could be it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's all it is. Well, we are finally done with this field. We started at 11:30. It is now 4:30, and it's only 98 acres. So we're done. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to another field. So we're gonna fill up now. We're not completely empty, but I don't know when I'm gonna be back around my pickup truck. So I'd rather go to the field with a full tank of seed so we can at least plant for 3 hours. Minutes trying to get the planter to unfold. I think we got it now, but just the kind of day it's been. Oh man, much more of this in my head's doing. Just explode. Just little piddly crap driving me nuts. The worst thing is you got in your head like the kind of goals you want to hit on a day, and we're not even close to making it. Like, we've got 100 acres done. I wanted to at least do 250, and it's 7 o'clock.
Okay, finished out the field. Now we're back up here. This is where the secret sauce plot's up there. We got about 50 acres here to plant, and I'm planting a different variety in each 24 rows. Just as I fill up, I'm planting different varieties. just to see if we can get a test just what we plant, what kind of different varieties we plant, what what does good here. So this is this is the third hybrid planted. Probably be a couple, 3 more. Seed results plots right up here, corn and bean plot, and on over is the Agco's crop turn plot of soybeans.
Got a care package from Big Mama. We got some Timmy's. We're good to go for a while now. It's that time of the night. It's one of the prettiest times to be out here. Disregard the dirty windows. We ain't got time for that. So this field's actually 45 acres, but I made it 51. That's because I'm a dum-dum and forgot to turn my automatic clutches on. So that's the overlap. That's how much those clutches save us. They just say they would have saved us 6 acres of seed, but sometimes the operator has to be, smart enough to use them. So apparently my new hitch lock pin thing didn't fix the problem. Crap. So now I can't get the planter to fold. Wonderful. So BJ ran me up here to my truck. We're kind of hoping by the time we get back to the tractor that beautiful piece of machinery will have fixed itself and it will fold. So apparently the secret is just take a little nap and it'll get better. I don't know. Went and got my truck. It was maybe going 25 minutes. Now it works. So I need a little thunder juice. Look at the pretty lights. Wrong compartment though. There we go. If you do end up getting a Thunder Wagon, pro tip, that fuel gauge is a lot cheaper than the one they sell. By like $500. So we have enough room to empty out my seed tender. I do want to switch varieties first thing in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this seed on here. And then I'm gonna try to plant our 40 acres tonight. I had in my mind that we were gonna do 250, and this planter's fought us all day, but we're at least gonna get 200. Well, probably not now, but we're gonna try. Since we got this scale, we have 1,660 pounds, so I'm gonna enter in 800, and then the scale will shut off at 800 pounds. That way I can kind of evenly divide this. Not the scale, I mean the conveyor will shut off at 800 pounds. Looky there. That looks like a plug seed meter. Woo, it's dusty. Our conveyor just kicked off, split that pretty well. Now we'll swing over here. Just trying to keep the seed boxes fairly even. Alright, that's a wrap. So we are planting into dying ryegrass. So I don't know if this is called planting green like they say. It's more like planting crispy, but the crispy ryegrass is collecting dew, so the tires are a little wet from the dew, and I don't know. I think we're okay to keep going, but I don't really like it. It's making everything a little sticky back here. All right, we're done. It's 1 o'clock. Hopefully this thing will fold up and we can go to bed. Hey, looky there, it's folding up. It didn't take long to fill this building up. So BJ's done stripping. He's done unhooked from, I know it's the Raptor. I'm gonna call her Trixie. He's done unhooked from Trixie. Tractor needs cleaned out. But we need sleep. I'm going to sleep first.